So tired of this rain. I want to talk to you guys about my 4 favorite budget fishing lines that I like to use because fishing equipment is extremely expensive and I go through a lot of line and I use a lot of different lines for all different circumstances and situations, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I've used, what I've learned, and why I like these products, and hopefully I can help you guys save a little bit of money along the way. First up, what I'm going to go with is the classic. It's been around for a long time and it's proven itself. It's Berkely Trilean Big Game. I love to use this line for cranking, for worm fishing, jig fishing. I'll even throw it on a chatterbait. I'm mostly going to use this line for either cranking or using throwing a worm, or maybe even a jig. It's super stretchy, very durable. It's got a super slick coating on it that I really like. I prefer this moss green color. That's what I've always used, and it's I think it's like $7 for 900 yards of this stuff, which is pretty incredible. And it's, I don't know what they do to it, but it's got this super slick coating on it that just makes it a dream to cast. If you're skipping docks, it's real good for skipping docks with a jig, because unlike the fluorocarbon line, this mono doesn't want to jump off the reel as much, and it's got a lot less, I would say, memory than the fluorocarbon does. So if you're looking for something that you can literally string on every single rod, all the way from 10-pound test cranking all the way up to your 25-pound test flipping, for $7 for 900 yards, guys, you really can't beat this if you're really on a tight budget. If you want to use something a little bit better with more sensitivity, get a little more feel out of your lines, I'm going to go with this Berkely Vanish right here. It's a really great fluorocarbon for the price. I think it's like $12 for 250 yards, and the sensitivity on this stuff is amazing, and it's got super low stretch. I know there's a lot of people out there that hate this stuff, that complain about the knots breaking real easy on it, but I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but that's user error. You really got to be careful with this stuff when you're cinching it down. You got to make sure that you're not getting any burns on it when you're tying that knot down. So every time you tie a knot, look very closely to it, and you'll even see where it's a little bit of abrasion from when you tighten that knot down. If you're getting that, you're gonna have a lot of issues with this line. But if you need some sensitivity, some feel, it's really good for worm fishing, really good for dragging that jig in deep water, and you need to feel that bite. And you need low stretch. You're casting way out there, and you need to get a good solid hook set from bombing out cast. I mean, I'll use this on anything from a crankbait to chatterbait to spinnerbait. If I need it in real clear water, this stuff's virtually invisible. Fish can't see it. It's great. It's clear. It's cheap. Remember, these are budget lines here I'm talking about, and this is a great option for fluorocarbon. I love this stuff. Moving on to some braids. I buy this stuff from China on Amazon or eBay. Specter Extreme. This one's 80-pound test, and I've used this stuff all the way from 40 to 80, and it does not disappoint. It's not quiet. It doesn't have a super slick finish on it. It's more like your standard Power Pro line. My only gripe with this line is on the black is this black likes to really stain your hands, and the line stays black for a while, but it rubs a lot off on your hands. So if you're gonna buy this stuff, I'd recommend going with the moss green. It's a little less messy than this. I've got 500 meters of this stuff, so I'm going to use it because I don't care if my hands get dirty. I'm out there fishing anyways, and I'm not winning any beauty pageants out there. So getting my hands dirty, I want them to be dirty because I'm touching fish. I'm like like I said, no beauty pageants being one for me out there on the lake. So for a good cheap option, I'm going to use this Specter Extreme braid almost every time on my casting rods. I've used it to punch, like I said. I've used it on my chatterbaits, spinnerbaits. I mean, heck, I even throw rattle traps with braid when I'm fishing in real nasty grass, ripping it out of there. Give this stuff a shot, because for about $8 for 500 meters, it's a no-brainer in my book. Now for my spinning rods, I'm going to go with the Power Pro Original all day long for a budget line. What I've noticed about this line is it ties really good strong knots to line. It's not the super slick, it's not the real quiet one, so you're going to get that annoying, you know, guide sound out of it. But if you're looking to save a buck here, you got to go with this regular Power Pro on your spinning setups. I like to use anywhere from 10 to 20 pound test, depending on what size reel I'm using. I'm mostly going with the 10 pound test. What I've noticed about this line is it doesn't give you as many wind knots as a lot of the other lines, like the spider wire. The cheap spider wire is just junk. What other braids out there? I mean, like the Stren braid, their cheap braid is, you know, just the workability is not very well. This stuff all around I love. I really just love the way it works on the reel. No wind knots. I mean, I'll even, with the 10 pound test, I won't even use a leader. I'll go straight to the braid because it's so super thin that the fish, I feel, don't really see it. And I actually like the way weightless baits fall with no leader on it, on this straight to braid. Even in pretty clear water, I still get bit with it. And it's I think it's like 12 bucks or 15 bucks for this 300 yards that I picked up, and you know, I really can't complain. It's a great line. So this is a short, quick little video about the 4 lines that I recommend for all your fishing needs. Right there: Berkely Vanish, Berkley Trilean Big Game, Specter Extreme Braid, and Berkley Power Pro. If you're on a budget and you're really wanting to save some money, go out and give these lines a shot, because they haven't let me down yet, and I'm sure they won't let you down. Thanks for watching.